starts now, eh?
Hey, starting to overload, water loading.
Water loading. You're gonna be water shedding in 2 minutes, bro. Cool.
The difficult part that's coming.
Cool, man. Anyway, let's crack on. Welcome to the show, Conrad. We tried to do it via the phone, but it didn't work out, so I thought we'd come out here.
Okay.
Thanks very much for your time, man, and welcome to the show.
No, you're welcome. I'm happy to be here.
So obviously we've got a big fight coming up, fight change, which seems to be the normal for you lately. But before we get into those fights, what I want to do is just let's go back to where this all started, how you got here. I want to see where the Mamelodi relationship comes from. Obviously, come fight night, we know you've got a lot of support and fans in the house. So how that all came about, if you can just give us a bit of an update on all of that.
The Mamelodi Sundowns came about, as you know,
Carry on.
I was born and raised in Mamelodi. So I grew up playing soccer here in Mamelodi under Mamelodi Sundowns.
Okay.
Actually, all of my family, they played under Mamelodi Sundowns. That's where I grew up. That's where I developed a friendship with the Mamelodians. So as a sports person, because normally it's very rare to be well-known someone with a good thing, especially come across from a location like Mamelodi. So that's where everything started.
And your father was a Mamelodi player?
Well, my father was a Mamelodi player as well. Okay. Even my brother, almost the whole of my brothers, 4 of us, including my father, we played under Mamelodi Sundowns.
Okay. There was another thing I wanted to mention to you with the Mamelodi relationship. I think the time of Cage Wise is now finished, and I've got a new nickname for you, the Mamelodi Zombie. Eh?
That will suit. I can change it anytime. I heard that one before, so it's a good name.
Yeah, the Mamelodi Zombie.
I like it. I like
so, obviously, you left the path of soccer as your family had followed. So, how did you get into MMA? And now, obviously, you're a title contender. You're one step away from getting the shot at the title. So, just talk us through how that all came about.
While I was busy playing soccer, I was also doing karate, but not full time. I remember it was when I was 12 years old, if I remember very well. Then next to my school, there was a guy who used to do karate. So he did invited me to come and train with them, but I was not familiar on that. The only thing they invited me because of they saw the aggression in me. So that's the only thing. So I managed to go there. I get whooped. And then from Kyokushin, I started to love martial art now. So from 13, 14, that's where I started to fight. I was a professional at 15 years in kickboxing. So I won a South African title of kickboxing 17 years, while I was 17. Now I'm 39, imagine 17. That's why I started to fight and regularly. All in all, to cut the story short, I had plus minus 220 fights. If I compare them with Muay Thai, karate, kickboxing and room contact. And on kickboxing it's 102. I only lost 1. Then there was 12 years ago, I remember I met Mornay, Fisa, CIT at Vision Active, they were cutting weight. I was training there as well. I asked him to join the gym. He said, bruh, this is not karate, this is MMA, will kill you. I said, please give me a chance. So he was too dodgy to me. He said, bruh, I'm protecting you because this is another level. So he saw how serious I was. I didn't even step back. I managed to go to his gym, to his house. So out of the blue, he just said, it's fine. Before I get my first fight with Aleni Lunga, I trained for 2 years with them just to perfect my ground. Even though in that 2 years I got submitted, and then I said, you know what, I'm going back again. So yeah, that's why I started with MMA.
Okay.
Because actually MMA took over from, because karate and kickboxing was no more popular as it used to be.
Yeah.
So MMA took everything. I said, you know what, let me just convert from stand-up and go to mixed martial art.
Okay. And how difficult was that transition, obviously, to incorporate the ground game? I mean, obviously CIT, we know the kind of guys that are training there, to go from karate, kickboxing, having this long stand-up career, never losing, and then going to be dragged around the mats of CIT.
Well, to go to CIT, it was not too much hard to know the ground, because most, they used to do stand-up.
Yeah.
The ground, most of them, they were still learning it, even though they knew about it, but it was not that difficult because I did manage to fit in very easily because of my stand-up. They like me because of my stand-up.
Sure.
And remember, from that time, I didn't have even a single fight in EFC. I was a sparring partner of Leon because I was too fast, I was too quick. I mean, I was too. The way he was technical, that we fought the same way. So that's why I started to be there. Well, it was difficult. They were submitting me every day, going home broken every day, but I said I'll never give up. Because you know, said before you join, they'll make you pay. They are testing you if you can be able to manage, you know.
Sure. We've all heard a few stories about what was in the whole
No, it was hardcore there. It was hardcore. It was hardcore.
And then you've mentioned Eleni Lunga. That was your first fight in the EFC.
It was my first fight in EFC.
And
imagine it was first fight. He fought for a title before. He submitted me with round number, I think number 2. 201 triangle choke, yes. And he was running away from me. I was surprised. I was like, this guy, this is my first fight. He's more experienced in the cage. Actually, that's how I am. I don't hold back.
Sure.
No, I don't hold back. That's not what I do.
Yeah, we've definitely seen that.
No, I don't do that.
Over the last few.
No, I don't do that.
So, one of the major things I wanted to ask you, obviously, your first fight with Eleni Lunga, you lost by triangle. Where were you there? Did you go back and say, okay, I need to take this ground game a little bit more serious? MMA is where I want to be, so I have to kind of now adapt. Or how did that all pan out?
I stayed 2 months home. I said, no more MMA. I'm sick and tired because you just want to fight. They take you down, they submit you. This is not men's fight. That's what I used to say. It's a sissy fight. Because of I didn't know anything about the ground, so that's why I was so negative. But I managed to encourage me.
Sure.
To tell me, to advise me, said, bro, check where I am, you can do this. Then I went back again. My second fight, I think it was Simbu or somehow. He was a blue belt then.
Yeah.
He was a blue belt, I was no belt. I managed to take him down as much as I can, as many. That's how I started to improve on my ground as well.
Okay, so you've now had quite an illustrious career at the EFC. Through your career, it's one of those weird things. Is we get these kind of fly-by-night guys who are always pulling out of fights and stuff like that, and you're on the opposite end of that because you're the guy who always seems to have opponents disappearing. I think I counted about 7 in your career.
Yes.
What do you think is causing it? I mean, obviously these guys. I mean, okay, Luke Michael. I'm going to stand up for him on this one. I saw the picture of what his knee looked like. I don't know if he can fake that knee, but I'm sure you'll have an answer. But the reality is that you've had, it's 9, 10, 11 fights in the EFC, and about 7 of them have changed.
Yes.
So what do you think is going on there? Do you think it's just coincidence, or there's something more happening there?
No, there's something more happening. As an athlete, as a fighter, you don't need to please your supporters or your teammates that you can take on that guy.
Sure.
You have to be sure about what you want. Because most of the fights, they're trying to please the teammates, they're looking for sponsors. Immediately when they start to see, man, now I'm putting myself in a dangerous place. Now they start to develop, starting to talk about injuries, this and that. Yes, you can pull out 2 weeks before a fight, but it's very rare. What are you doing in that 2 weeks? Are you pushing hard on that 2 weeks? You need to take it easy because you've been preparing for that fight for long.
Sure.
So, most they are scared. Honestly speaking, they are scared. Because me, I fought with lots of injuries. Even this makes my 10. I fought with a fractured hand. First round, after that first round, my hand was fractured. But I said, you know what? I won't let this guy beat me. I'm gonna do what I do best. He's gonna sleep with the same hand. So that's how brutal I am. That's how aggressive. I don't care.
Knocked out of the break.
I don't care.
100%.
So yeah.
So what would you say to these athletes? I mean, obviously, like as a quite experienced athlete now, an older guy, what would you say to younger athletes coming up when it comes to picking your fights? Do you believe in picking your fights, or just take whatever's in front of you?
No, I think before you can start doing MMA, that's why I told most of the youngsters they're joining. I ask you, are you sure this is what you want to do? Because this is extreme. This is not karate or kickboxing. This is extreme. Anything can happen. So you must know that you can fight someone that is good on boxing or wrestling, or you can't just come in there not well prepared. So this is a dangerous sport. No matter you come into EFC, mixed martial art, make sure you have at least amateur records, experience, train with the good guys, the right guys that will lead you the right way to fight EFC. Because you know what, you are fighting for your life inside there. Your career can finish anytime. you know. So my advice to them is mixed martial art or this sports, it needs more discipline. You need to put more work on it, more work each and every single day. So you can't just go in MMA and thinking like, I'll train whenever I feel like. So you have to put more effort in it.
Okay. And with that being said, how different is, I mean, obviously this next fight has big implications for you. You've worked hard to get to where you are. The title is on the horizon, and it would be a grudge match, a rematch of note for you. How different are you training now from the day you walked in at CIT to getting ready for the number one contender fight?
Now I've developed a lot, you know. I'm doing more ground, more wrestling. That's where I develop more. That's where I see that I used to be afraid to engage.
Okay.
Because of I knew once you take me down, I don't know how will I escape, what am I gonna do? So now I'm not frustrated. You know, especially coming on this one, I'm more confident. I'm working with the guys that they are more upper level than Doralja. You know, and more experienced guys. That I believe that if I survive these guys at the gym, Doralja is nothing. And you must know, this is not grappling. This is MMA, and the fight starts standing. Anything can happen. I won't just let him and say, bruh, take me down. No, he won't. Even though he take me down, mark my words. He won't submit.
Okay, so would we be able to say you've got a renewed new confidence in your ability on the ground, which gives you the freedom to express yourself?
That's true. That's true. Especially coming on this one, I knew how capable he is, what he's gonna do. So we are working more on it.
Okay, so because it's an interesting fight change. I mean, Jose De Rocha, all respect to him, I mean, this is a guy that seems to keep coming out here, you know, to travel a long way, deal with altitude at last minute. He always seems up for it, and you know, you've got to respect him for that. I mean, there's not many guys that are going to fly across the world to fight you. You understand what I'm saying? But it's not a massive. It is a massive change, but it's stylistically, it's not necessarily a huge change in style for you. Is that correct? Because I mean, Luke Michael is obviously developing as a striker, but the ground is what he's known for. Jose De Rocha, I mean, he's got Muay Thai titles in Brazil, and I mean, he's obviously a high-level jiu-jitsu. So, have you focused on that? Has that been the focus throughout the camp, even before the change, to make sure you're comfortable?
Yes, it was. The mindset was never changed. Okay. I knew Luke Michael was going to take me down. That's what I knew for sure. So I've been working on my ground for almost, especially from my last fight with Gunther. That's why I said I must up my game.
Sure.
From last day December, I said I must up my game. I must work more on my ground, more on my wrestling. Even when I knew that I'm fighting Max Martin, I saw him. He's just wrong. What comes in my mind, if he put me down, I'm not sure how strong he is. So I must make sure that I know how to survive. Same thing as Luke Michael. The preparation was still the same. Nothing has changed. Because my stand-up is there, it's sharpened. There's no use to concentrate more on my stand-up. Because I grew up doing it. The experience of stand-up is there. So what I have to do now, I have to work more on the ground, more on wrestling with the bigger guy, not with anybody. People that they are more experienced, almost same level as him or bigger level as him.
Okay. So what would you say motivates you? I mean, you've had this long combat sports career. What motivates you at your age to keep evolving, to keep, obviously you're seeking out the right guys for your game to adjust and add new tools in. What's motivating you for this?
It's the kids that are coming behind me. It's being a good role model for the kids, especially from where I come from Mamelodi. I can say I'm the first guy from Mamelodi to be under EFC. So it's a big thing, you know. People never, as I said before, never thought there's another sport. It's not easy for a location boy to be on top. It's not easy. It's not because of racism, no, it's tough. That's not how we grew up doing wrestling and grappling. So to go there and be able to manage to go there, it's a big thing. So what motivates me is the support that I get from especially young kids. You know, I'm an inspiration for lots of kids back home, especially in Mamelodi. So I'm proud about it.
And so you speak about coming from the location and obviously trying to lay a new path for the next generation. We just saw the Thunder Biko pick up their title and take home, and you got this massive Heroes Welcome. So how important is it? I mean, obviously we can't look too far ahead. You've got a massive fight coming up in Jose De Rocha. You need to get through that, then you're knocking on the door of the title against Gunther Kalunda. how important is that to you to get to that title and to get that title and bring it back to Mamelodi and show the kids that, look, there's other options here, there's always a way out as long as you're working hard, you can get to where you want to be?
No, it's very important to me, honestly speaking. The first thing that I'm targeting is to show even small boys that are doing crime, that are doing things that are not supposed to be done, that you can do whatever you want, especially you put your mind on it, you put focus on it, you stay positive on it. Whatever Biko and also Zulu, what they did, both of them, after winning the titles, going to location, you know, it's a big thing, it's a big achievement, honestly speaking. It's very rare to get someone doing that in a location places. So this is it motivates me a lot, especially fighting with someone from Brazil. That's why it's giving me motivation more.
100%, and you say you've got this international opponent from the birthplace of Jiu-Jitsu, or some would argue MMA in a way. So do you sit back and reflect and say, okay, obviously you've got your eyes on the title, but to have an achievement now really that you've raised your stakes so far in MMA that you've got this big international opponent coming out to face you, what does that feel like, and what do you think of Jose De Rocha as an opponent?
It feels good to fight someone from that caliber, someone coming from a background of Jiu-Jitsu. So for me, it's a big test, especially to show those that they don't believe that I can survive someone like that, especially on the ground. Well, it's a good fight. He's a good guy, he's a good fighter. I respect him a lot. I won't take him lightly. But same as his side as well, he mustn't take me lightly. Because me, I'm preparing twice than him. I've been in a camp. He just been told out that he's fighting me, and also the altitude, you know. So it's a good thing, it's a good privilege to fight someone like him. It's a big thing.
And what do you make of him as an opponent? I mean, obviously he's a high-level grappler. We've seen him, he's got a bit of KO abilities. So what did you make of him as an opponent?
Well, his KOs, I don't rate them that much. He KOs people that they're not very good stand-up fighters. They're not. I fought the best stand-up fighters, and no one managed to knock me out. Well, on grappling level, as I said it before, this is MMA. He can't just put me down, try to submit me and stay there and say, bruh, do whatever you do. I'm 100% prepared, you know. I wasn't sure this question was going to come, but imagine I'm preparing with the Pena, Temba Gurumu, the most important guy that is behind this for 2 years. 2 months he's been with me, training me, soldier boy, Garrett McLaren, such an awesome guy. And the experience that he got from UFC, man, that guy is in another level. He also the black belt jiu-jitsu guy, you know what I mean? So preparing with someone like that, so much experience, I've learned more. Now I've learned to come down to read the situation. So they're gonna see a different person. Yes, I'll be aggressive, but on the right times. So if the Rolcha, they say it's a ground game, they mustn't forget I'm a stand-up guy. I also have three stripes in black belts on stand-up. So he must be careful as well.
Okay. And what would you say people can expect? If by chance there's somebody watching EFC that's never seen you fight before, what would you say they can expect from you?
They can expect fireworks, aggression, same Conrad, same. This one, it motivates me more. The reason being, on social media, well, you know, not everybody can be your friend, not everybody has his own opinion, you know what I mean? I don't run away from questions from media. I answer them. I said, keep them negativity coming, because that's what motivates me. Me, I don't fight while I'm happy.
Sure.
Honestly speaking, I fight good when I'm that person. I'm a different when I'm angry. It's not like I'm losing concentration. So Daryl Cham, I never even have a second thought of saying no to this fight. Immediately Graham says, I said, you know what, bro? Send the contract now. I want to sign it. I didn't even waste time. I want to prove people that this guy is beatable. This guy is more beatable. He's gonna. I know what he's gonna do. He's gonna come up, pace on me, trying to take me down. But he better be careful. He better be. You can condition anywhere, but you can condition your jaw. And then I will pick the shots. I will knock him out.
And what would be your last message for Jose De Rocha?
De Rocha, my man, as good as you are, as much respect I know you have for me, I have for you, but you must know that this is a different level. You thought you fought Gunda, that was a tough fight. People thought so. Gunda is more muscular. He's more skillful as I am. There's two different things. All I needed to do is just to build that bit of a strength and then continue on my skill. So what I can tell Darrell Chase, he must come prepared. He must come prepared. Because this is war. This is going to be war. The most dangerous thing that he made is fighting on my hometown, main lane, in front of my supporters. Come on. I will never ever. I'm not saying I can't predict the future, but I can tell you from my preparation, from my mindset, Darrell is going to sleep. Darrell, I'm going to knock him out.
100%.
That's where I'm going.
That's 8th of December, Minden Main, EFC 76, the final card of the year. That's being billed as the #1 contender spot for welterweight division. We wish you all the luck with the last bit. It's going to be, I think it's going to be a great fight.
Yeah, it is.
I know you've already, a lot of people have counted you out, and I think it's a very dangerous thing to count you out. But it's going to be a great fight. I know the Rock's up here. He's always ready.
Always
he's
ready,
good to
yes,
go.
yes, yes.
I know what you're going to bring to the table, so I'm massively excited about this fight. And I think you guys might just steal the show on the night.
I think this will be made of fight of the night.
100%. And thank you much for your time, my
Thanks,
brother.
I really
I wish you all the
appreciate it.
best.
Yeah, thanks, man.
We'll see you fight night.
Thanks a lot.
Thank you.
Thanks a
Thank
lot.
you.